11:46. We are both up. Jet lag. Cannot go back to sleep, but that's fine. I don't want to go back to sleep. We are headed to breakfast. It's about 7 a.m. We got up and walked along the beachfront. It was so beautiful. The sunrise colors, everything was so pretty. So we are going to 808 Grinds Cafe. It's got almost 3,000 ratings, 4.5. It looks like a takeaway breakfast place, but apparently it's really good. And it is in Lahaina. Unfortunately, 808 Grinds was closed today and tomorrow due to staffing issues. So we are going to Sunrise Cafe, which is right down the street. Driving by and saw that there's a craft and gift fair from 9 to 2 on Sundays. So we are stopping by to just check it out for a little bit.
We stopped at that craft fair just on a whim, and there's a bunch of really cool shops, and we found this one man who turned out to be a historian, and I don't know the term for like the specific type of stuff he does, but all he did was maps. So maps of the world, maps of Hawaii, pretty much the founding of Hawaii, and then tourism, and then World War II, and then he had maps throughout all the different eras, and it was fascinating. And I ended up buying 2 of them, and they're great. Can't wait to frame them. Yeah, they're really pretty, but he had a bunch of stuff. But we were talking about how I love going to places like that where people who actually live here are selling things, because there's so much passion behind that, and a lot of them love tourists and love Hawaii, and so they'll tell you all about it and how they got here. And he was super friendly and very, very, very passionate about these maps, so it was really fun to talk to him. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to put his link somewhere in the description so you guys can see it, because he's got a lot of good information on his website too, and a couple videos explaining the maps. But yeah, it's fascinating stuff if you're into it. We're going right back to Lahaina for our lunch at Star Noodle. My boss at work actually said he and his family come to Maui every summer almost, and he said Star Noodle is like their favorite place to go eat lunch. It's like an Asian noodle place, and it's on the beach. So we have reservations there at 12. From the beach. It was so nice. Went into the water. We haven't been in the ocean since, we think, Aruba years ago. We have this thing where we don't like to get in the water unless we can see our toes, and you can here, but it was absolutely beautiful. Time of my life. My happiest place ever is on the beach. His, not so much, but yeah. He was a trooper. Thank you for staying with me. Yeah, she is a lizard, and I am more a polar bear. So we're headed to dinner. We don't know if we can get in. We called ahead to Duke's Beach House. Duke's Beach House, and they said they're not doing any reservations tonight. They're full, but they are taking walk-ins. They didn't have a wait, so we got ready really quick. Note the slick back ponytail, and we're about to head to dinner. Got a rocket salad, pork sticky ribs, beautiful wife, and what is this? Ahi tacos. Ahi tacos.
morning. Today is Monday. We started the morning off walking on the beach again, and now we are on the way to Cruisin' Cafe. We're going to do the Coastal Trail, which is a trail. It hits like 3 or 4 beaches and ends at Dragon's Teeth, which we're gonna go see.
It's only 2.5 miles long, so it's not a long trail.
We're gonna get some coffee and a snack at this cafe and then go walk the coastal trail. We also listened to a local radio station this morning and found out today is a state holiday.
King Kamehameha Day.
Kamehameha Day. That's how they said it on the radio. So a lot of places may be closed, but I don't think too many places will be.
So we spoke too soon. Cruisin' Cafe is closed, presumably for the holiday, but also a lot of places have been having staffing issues. We're headed to the next spot, but there was a nice place right beside Cruisin' Cafe that had cinnamon rolls, and apparently they were really good, but Paia Hanas is what it's called. But we chose not to go there because we're gonna keep going to get to our trail, and there was a really long line for cinnamon rolls. So if you're here, you might want to try those out. Jessica wants to know how they are, so let us know, please.
Just finished the coastal trail walk, which was beautiful. We both said that was one of the highlights of the trip so far.
Yeah, it was about 4 miles in total, and it took us around
2 hours.
2 hours to do it.
But we also stopped a lot, got a lot of video, looked at everything. We saw the Dragon's Teeth, which, by the way, if you've gone to the Ritz, you've gone past Dragon's Teeth. We walked through the Ritz and went past it. So we got there in part before 9 o'clock, and highly recommend doing that because where you park is also the beach parking for all those little beaches, and people were swarming for our parking spot whenever we left around 10:30. We're headed to Ululani's Shaved Ice again. We had it yesterday, but someone I work with talked about it being the absolute best shaved ice on the island. He said don't even bother with any other shaved ice. So we're going there again because nothing sounds better right now than some shaved ice.
And I want to take it back to Dragon's Teeth real quick. If you don't want to do the coastal trail, you can just go park right at Dragon's Teeth. There's parking there as well.
We wanted to do the coastal trail to see more of it, and we highly recommend doing it.
Yes.
It's very hot, very sunny.
Take some water.
Yeah, definitely take some water, but it was well worth it.
We are gonna go to dinner now. We're gonna go to Hula Grill. It's 6 minutes away. It's just walking over to Wailea Village, so it's not too far. We're gonna go there, have dinner. Where are we going?
On the beach.
I can't keep her away from the beach. So today we found out that the 808 Grinds place that we were going to go on Sunday is open today. So we're going to go try that out for breakfast before we check out of our hotel in Kaanapali. We're also going to get late later at the hotel before we check out.
Breakfast was absolutely incredible. We got the macadamia pancakes with the Macnilla sauce,
yeah,
which is like their specialty, and that was again 808 Grinds. It was amazing. And then we also got the steak Loco Moto or Moto Loco or Moco Loco.
We got the steak moco.
Steak moco with fried rice. Also absolutely incredible. We were going to get the pulled pork one, but they were out of pulled pork, so we couldn't get that. We just stopped by Island Press Coffee and got some MacNut lattes. We got to check out at 11, and we're going to do a farewell lei ceremony, and no phones or recording is allowed because it's supposed to be a pretty traditional ceremony for the leis. Checked out of our hotel in Kaanapali. We went to our departure lei ceremony, which was so cute. We stayed at the Kaanapali Beach Hotel. They talk to you about what the lei means, the culture behind it. The older woman who did it for us, she's been working there for 30 years. She got emotional talking about it and seeing the kids that were there at the ceremony, and it was really sweet. So that was a really cool experience for us to go to. Now we're on the way to Maui Wine, going to taste some wines, get a light snack, and then we have reservations at Mama's Fish House at 3:15, and that is in Paia. morning. It is 5:45 and we just left our Airbnb. We are doing the road to Hana today, so this is probably the biggest day. I think we narrowed it down to about 4 or 5 stops that we're doing. There's a ton of stops on the whole road to Hana, but we narrowed it down to the top favorites from the videos that we watched.
We are basically doing the road to Hana backwards because there was a road closure like a little past the PPY trail. So we decided to do the trail or the road to Hana backwards, starting with the black sand beach and coming back towards Paia. So we stop at the black sand beach and then we're going to go a little further to the PPY trail.
Do the hike first.
Do the hike and then come all the way back. But we had reservations for the black sand beach from like 8 to 10 or 7 to 10. So we're doing that first and then we're going to go do the hike and come back.
Yeah, the only reason why we're doing the black sand beach first is because of the reservations. There were none open any other time, so 7 to 10 a.m. it was. Got to our first stop, Black Sand Beach. Driving was not terrible, mainly because he's just been practicing in Scotland, where every road was 60 miles an hour, one lane with a bunch of pull-offs, curvy. So this is about like that, except
yeah, there were no real pull-offs here though.
Sand Beach was 100% worth it. I'm not gonna lie, when we pulled up and saw it, I was like, was it worth the money and the reservations to see a beach with black sand? But then we started walking on it. It's definitely worth it, wouldn't you say?
Definitely worth it.
It was just
really cool.
It was just really cool, yeah. And we kept thinking like, oh, we don't want to get our feet in it because like it'll stain or something, but no, it's just black sand. It was really cool. Came right off easier than any other sand has either, but that was cool. So now we're on the way to Paia State Park.
The PPY trail.
PPY trail.
The
state park.
The 7 sacred pools.
And then we're gonna work our way back. We had a really peaceful morning on the road because nothing was open yet. It was before 7 a.m. Now it's 8:17 and the parking lot for Black Sand Beach is already packed. There's no more parking spots. So we got here at the perfect time.
Still worth it, Jess?
Yeah.
Baby. Alright, you might need this more than me. It's just so snappy.
I'm hungry.
We just got done hiking. What's it called? I already forgot.
I believe it's pronounced the PPY Trail.
Yeah, PPY.
Took about 2 hours, exactly 2 hours to do the whole thing. It poured down rain at the top of it, so we are soaked. Honestly, I think it made it way more magical because you got to see the waterfall. Like with the rain falling, it was beautiful.
And then we saw the Oahu pools. I think they're called the 7 sacred pools. We're gonna have to confirm that or not. But we saw those. That's just a 0.5 mile hike right beside the visitor center, so it's just a quick walk.
So now we're headed to the peninsula. We may stop at another waterfall off the road we saw when we were coming this way because we did Road to Hana kind of backwards, so we're at like the very end of it right now, and then this is like the famous turnaround point and you go back the way you came. But the peninsula has banana bread, fresh coconuts. Apparently I'm hoping they have one today. I'm really counting on it.
There's a lava tube over there that you can do too, but we're probably not going to do that.
Also, we brought snacks to Road to Hana. Highly recommend. Whenever we came up here, nothing was open yet, so if you don't want to have to pull off and get snacks, get them at the grocery store, keep them in the car. It's a really sad day. And to be honest, we were both extremely hangry, and we're actually really upset right now because Auntie Sandy's banana bread, they're like famous for the banana bread on Road to Hana. They're sold out of banana bread. It's only one. And then we checked Google and found out that Halfway to Hana also has fresh banana bread, so we backtracked and went back there, and they are also sold out, even though the sign on the side says banana bread hours 8:30 to 4:30. It's like a Wednesday. We're really unhappy about it, and we're so hungry, but we have to go see the Garden of Eden Arboretum, so we're just gonna do that. A little moody. Anything you want to add?
No, you pretty much covered it.
Also, I have been dying for a fresh coconut, and I've seen like 2 trucks this entire trip, and we passed them thinking they were going to have them at either Halfway to Hana or the peninsula, and they haven't had those either, so.
Look what we found.
We're at the Garden of Eden, and it's a little cafe, and they have, what?
Smile.
We're at the Garden of Eden,
Okay.
and it's a little cafe, and they had 2 pieces of banana bread left. And this is called Island banana bread. It's supposed to be made here in Maui, so it may not be as good as Auntie Sandy's, but I'll take what I can get.
We also got some coffees. Pick us up. First reaction.
Pretty good. Okay, we just ate at that little cafe that was right at the beginning of Garden of Eden. I just can't go too long without food, and we haven't eaten all day except for some rice cakes. Mac is the same way. We get really hangry.
Don't throw me under the bus.
We get really hangry when we don't eat. So now we're totally fine, and we're very thankful because we got to taste some banana bread here on Maui. So I'm thankful for that. There's 2 pieces left, so we got the second to last piece available. But now we are going to walk around the Garden of Eden and see some Hawaiian native plants, trees, flowers. They also have a lot of peacocks and birds on the property. And now that we've eaten lunch, we feel like we can actually walk around and enjoy ourselves and take our time. after we rode to Hana, went home, showered, much needed shower after being rained on and sweaty. We have to call it an early night tonight because tomorrow morning we're doing the Sunrise Summit. Sunrise is at 5:30 and you're supposed to get there at least an hour beforehand, and it's an hour and a half away. So we're thinking we have to leave our hotel at like 2:30 or 3 a.m. So we are going to have dinner at a place called Tin Roof, which I believe is just takeout. I may be wrong, but we went and got Ululani's for like one last time before dinner because they're closing soon. It's about 6 o'clock. We're just filling up the rental car because we're also returning it tomorrow after the Sunrise Summit. We started watching Skyfall, James Bond movie, last night. So we're probably going to try to finish that tonight and just, like I said, call it an early night, try to get as much sleep as possible before the Sunrise Summit. But I'm really excited for it, and it's actually a good thing because 2 a.m. here is like 8 a.m. our time, so it would kind of be good to slowly like get back on that schedule and keep waking up super early. Every morning we've been up at like 5 or 5:30 at least, and that's late because that's like 11 a.m. our time back at home. So trying to somewhat stay on like an at-home schedule a little bit.
Toes.
I don't think I can get. Okay, we just saw sunrise.
Coldest thing I've ever done.
Don't wear sandals. When they say it's freezing, it's literally 40 something degrees and it's windy. And the warmest thing that I brought was this terry cloth hoodie. And Mac has no jacket. We literally used a beach towel and 2 t-shirts.
Awful.
And we are absolutely frozen. I couldn't feel my toes since 5 a.m. We started standing out there at 4:50.
Yeah.
And then the sun didn't really come up until 5:40, and we just, as soon as it came up, we booked it out. Beautiful, worth it, but blankets, socks, jackets, whatever you can find. Paia. Some people say Paia and some people say Paia. I googled it, it said to pronounce it like Paia, so I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name of this place, but we are leaving Paia right now. We're checking out of our Airbnb and we are headed to the airport to drop off our rental car, and then we're going to go straight to Wailea, I believe is how you pronounce it.
Wailea.
Wailea. I don't even think we've mentioned the whole reason why we're even in Maui to begin with, and that is because Mac is in a wedding here in Maui. It's actually in Wailea, which is where we are ending our trip. So we're going to drop off the rental car and we are staying at, is it the Grand Wailea?
I think so, the Marriott Grand Wailea.
So we're going to go there from the airport. I think we're going to Uber, and then we'll be staying there for the rest of the trip for all the wedding festivities.
is Friday the 16th.
Good morning. Today is Friday morning. We went to the rehearsal dinner for the wedding that he is in last night at MAUI Brewing, which was beautiful, wasn't it?
Yes. Today I'm going to go play golf with all the groomsmen, and Jessica gets the pleasure of hanging out on the beach. Or no, you're hanging out by the pool today.
Yeah, so the bride and a lot of the girls that are in the wedding and all the plus ones, we have a cabana by one of the pools here at the resort. We're gonna hang out there, and it's about 8:30, and we're also doing some beach Pilates at the resort. So I'm about to head there while he goes and plays golf. The bathing suit that I am wearing down to the pool. This is Abercrombie. It's a hot pink color in person, but I absolutely love the little shoulder cap sleeve. Pilates was really fun this morning on the beach with some of the girls in the bridal party, and now we are headed down to the pool. I'm not gonna bring my camera just because it gets really hot and I don't know if I'll have like a shady place to put it. So I'm just gonna leave it in the room, but we're gonna go do that for the rest of the day. And then once Matt gets back from golfing, all the guys come back, I think we're doing dinner at a different brewing company tonight, so we have that to look forward to. And tomorrow is the wedding.
Time here in Maui, and we're just getting ready to go to the airport, and we're hanging out. We're already packed up. We didn't do too much filming here in Wailea because we wanted to spend more time with the wedding party, celebrating our friends, meeting new people, spending time with them, and just having a good time here. So
we've been at this resort for 3 or 4 days, but like I mentioned earlier, we are here technically for a wedding, and so that happened on Saturday, and today is Monday.
Yes.
So we've been here the last few days just hanging out with them.
The wedding was beautiful. They had it out by the water. It was a traditional Hawaiian ceremony. And we're also going to put together a little guide of our itinerary, and we'll either link that in the description or we'll have it written out for you all.
Yeah, we got lots of compliments from a lot of people who live in Hawaii, who live in Maui, who said that we did a great job seeing as much as we could in the time that we were here. So we're really happy about it. I feel like we had a really full vacation, but very relaxing. So we loved Maui.